The cold night air hung heavy over the palace. Each stone surface seemed to drink in the moonlight, hiding secrets close to their chest. Nama stood on the tall battlements, the cold stone seeping into her arms. Below, the palace grounds were a tapestry of shadows and light. In the distance, the willow tree by the lake shimmered like a spilled sheet of silver. It was beautiful, yes, but beauty had never been the problem in the palace. It was the secrets that beauty hid that made it dangerous. She turned away, her footsteps slow, deliberate, as if each step carried the weight of the questions that refused to leave her mind. The whispers in the corridors had grown louder, not the gossipy hum of court ladies, but the dangerous kind, the kind that meant someone was hiding something, a secret that reeked of jasmine and old blood. She passed through the dimly lit hallway, her eyes scanning every detail. The flicker of a candle flame dancing in the draught, the faint scent of herbs, the kind used for treating wounds, yet unfamiliar. That was when she knew. Someone else in the palace was brewing something they shouldn't. Junshi appeared at the corner, his presence as striking as ever, his dark robes a stark contrast against the pale wall, but his usual composure was shaken. His jaw was tight, his eyes troubled. "Mao Mao," he said, his voice uncharacteristically low. "There's something you need to know." But before he could speak further, a sudden commotion echoed from the inner courtyard. The sound of porcelain shattering, a woman's sharp scream. And then a figure running, a dark shape against the moonlit wall. Manao's instincts took over. She ran toward the noise, her braids swinging behind her like a pendulum, her heart drumming against her ribs. She found one of the palace maids collapsed on the ground, a shard of porcelain digging into the soft flesh of her arm. Blood trickled down, staining the pristine white of her sleeve crimson. Beside her, a cup lay shattered, its contents spilled but not a drop of poison. Namo knelt beside the maid, her fingers flying to her wrist to check for a pulse. There was a faint one there, but the girl was unconscious. She looked up, her eyes searching. Then she saw the bitter smell, not poison, she realized immediately, but something close, a medicinal herb with a bitter tang. Someone had drugged her, but why? And who would be their target next? Her gaze swept over the shattered remains of the cup, searching for a clue, anything to indicate what kind of poison had been used. As she did, a flash of blue caught her eye. It was a tiny shard from the cup, but it was enough. She recognized that design, the intricate blue flowers that were painstakingly hand-painted onto the finest porcelain cups. Cups that only the emperor and his closest advisors were allowed to use. But how did this cup end up here? And why would someone poison one of the maids? Was it an accident or a deliberate act? As she pondered, Junshi knelt beside the maid, his face etched with concern. "We need to get her to the medical hall," he said, his voice betraying none of the turmoil that must be raging within him. "I'll send for Li Lang," he added, nodding towards the palace gate. Yes, Mamo agreed, knowing that Li Lang, with his vast knowledge of poisons, was the best chance they had of helping the maid. While Junshi went to fetch Li Lang, Mamo stayed by the maid's side, her fingers still on the girl's wrist, feeling the steady, if weak pulse. She looked up at the night sky, now a tapestry of twinkling stars. The moon, however, was gone, hidden behind a veil of clouds, as if even the heavens were keeping secrets that night. What secrets lay hidden within these palace walls? Why had the maid been poisoned, and who was behind it? With the cold night wind whispering through the trees, Malmo vowed to find the answers. She might be just a palace maid herself, but she was Jinshi's trusted confidant and she wouldn't fail him.